Hey, it's me, Matthew. I am one of the co-hosts for Book Club for Masochists, a reader's advisory podcast. It's a podcast where every month we choose a new randomly picked genre, and then we have to read books from it and discuss them as friends and library workers. Everyone on the podcast is a librarian, of course. So we've read everything from gardening to erotic romance, true crime to alternative history. And we also have formats on the list. A format can be something like a graphic novel, poetry, audiobooks, that sort of thing. And we recently added visual novels to the list of formats that we were going to cover, to our giant list of random things of genres and formats. And because that's the way random numbers work sometimes, it was the very first thing that came up once we added it to the list. So I've been streaming visual novels all month on Twitch and putting them on YouTube as well, which has been very interesting. And the episode about visual novels, our podcast episode, will be out at the beginning of September. We do 2 episodes a month. One episode is about a genre or format, and the others are just about some other book-related topic. Our most recent genre that we covered was the alternative and alternate history one I mentioned. You can find us at Book Club 4M. 4 is in the numeral, the key on your keyboard, or you can just search for us in like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any of those places. You'll find us there. So thanks to the people in the chat saying happy birthday to me. It is my birthday today, and I decided to date some ghosts. That's what we'll be doing. We'll be playing speed dating for ghosts, which I'm excited to play. I've only been playing visual novels. This one was classified on itch as interactive fiction, I think, but I think it's definitely a visual novel. I don't know. What is the defining line between interactive fiction and visual novel? Is it just more pictures in one of them? We'll see. Anyway, I saw that potentially I can rob a bank in this game on a date, so that's an exciting possibility. So let's see what happens with this. Also, this is voiced to some extent, but I've turned off all the voices so that I get to do them all. Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. My name's Fran. I thought Fran was like an antler, had those antlers at first, but maybe not. Who knows? I run this little operation. Nice to meet you, Fran. So what's the deal? I'm going to go nice, I think. I have never done speed dating before, so I have no idea what this experience would actually be like in real life. Has anyone done speed dating? What's it like, I guess? So nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. I try to be sometimes, at least. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones. A few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult. I like being alone. Well, having spent so much of the last few months by myself, I'm going to have to go with it has been pretty difficult, I think. I definitely would like more interaction with other people than I'm currently getting in pandemic times. It has been pretty difficult. It has. Wonderful. Hi, Router Decomposer. Thanks for wishing me happy birthday. Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Then what? Makes sense. That makes sense to me. Sorry, just adjusting this slightly. Doesn't it though? Oh, you made a Twitch account just for me. Thank you. If you follow me, there should be a notification that'll pop up on the screen. I don't think I've seen it actually happen yet. So thanks for creating the Twitch account for me. Doesn't it though? Another ghost who also signed up. Yeah, there it is. New follower. I'm using the Twitch Studio Beta for this to stream things, and at first it was some weird emoji and the text didn't line up right, and I couldn't figure out where that option was, but eventually I found it, and I changed the emoji to a book cover like that. So that's what it is. So sits across from you. A ghost sits across from me. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings, and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait. We'll see. Can you say that again? We'll see. I don't think it's fine. Rebel Steph, thanks for wishing me happy birthday as well. I guess maybe I should mention Mad Dog Running and Kira Sivernaya also for specifically saying happy birthday to me. It'll be an experience at least. First things first, though. Oh, do I get to choose what I look like, maybe? Are you also a ghost in this game? I am also a ghost in this game. Choose your room. Room of palms, room of liars, or room of black. Oh my gosh. It's got to be the room of black, right? Like, I can't not choose the room of black. Yep. Okay. You know, I was going to, like, see what some of you thought, but, like, room of black it is. Well, at least one of you is saying black like my soul, so yeah. The room of black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, dying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping. And well beyond the garden, a train passes. This is not what I expected from the room of black. Rebel Steph wanted the room of liars, but black was the starting place. And Router Decomposer, black like the coffee I can't drink. Yep, black like the coffee I don't drink. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. Okay, who's it going to be? The bell rings and a ghost appears. Okay. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Apparently, or ooh. Oh, I think, let's ooh back at them. That seems like a good ghost. That's the standard ghost greeting. Kira, you like the hair tentacles? Yeah, they're like, are they tentacles or is it just hair? I wonder. I thought it was just weird hair, but they could actually be tentacles. Lol. Wait. Lol. Isn't it great being dead? I think I'd rather be alive. I'm lonely. So I think I'd rather be alive. You'd rather be alive? Actually? That's so sad. Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously. Nice to meet you, Drea. I'm also like dead. First one. I don't think I'm making a very good impression on this person. Piffed. Square. You're not very nice. Hey, I'm cool. Hey, I'm cool. Definitely. Sure you are. That's not your Pontiac in the parking lot. I don't remember how I got here. What's wrong with... I don't remember how I got here. I have no idea. Weird. That's weird. Quit being weird. Never. Never. That's just who I am. Ha. So, like, what are you into? Looks, personality, a distraction. They are super hip and rad, says Kira. Are you talking about... Oh, the hair tentacles. Yep. Okay. I think I'm looking for a distraction. Let's go with that one. I can help with that. I'm very distracted. Drea looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. What's with Antler Ghost? I want to know more about Antler Ghost. So let's do that. Even though, like, that seems like a bad conversation topic in speed dating. Let's talk about neither of us, but somebody else entirely. I know. Those antlers are kind of cool. And that broken neck is gnarly. But she is, like, so 110%. Welcome to speed dating for ghosts. Here are rules I thought up for no reason. Now mingle like a weird experiment. Isn't that's the point of speed dating, though, to mingle like a weird experiment? While I take notes. Antler Ghost is taking notes right now, I bet. While we sit here pretending we aren't monsters. What do the antlers mean? She's kind of cute, though. Did I think Antler Ghost was cute? I can't really remember what they looked like other than the antlers. I was paying too much attention to the antlers, not the rest of them. Which now I feel kind of guilty about. Okay. What do the antlers mean? We look like the people we always were inside. At least that's how I see it. Maybe Fran was actually a secret deer. Or maybe she just hit a deer with her car. And, like, her soul bonded with the deers. Making some horrible deer creature. Who's also a nerd? Okay, it is tentacle hair. So I think since some of you are interested in the hair, we have to go with the so what's with your tentacle hair. Same deal, except I crashed into an octopus. Okay, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's 8 tentacles. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. So true. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die is now. Before death does me in. It should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? Now that I am dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be? Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. Oh, okay, time to move to the next table. The bell rings. Antler Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Who's the next ghost? I wonder if each room has different ghosts. Another ghost appears. Oh, this one's spooky. Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. Aw. It's just so nice to get out of the home. To see a new face. The home? I like your face too. Looks like a granny. It does. Like, which is really funny considering it's a bunch of circles. Yeah, let's compliment them. I like your face too. You're too kind. My looks aren't what they were. They have little spectacles, says Kira Servanaya. Yeah, they do. At first I thought it was a weird nostrils, but they're definitely spectacles. Guess when you get old, you look it. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 again. 8 cotton balls, maybe. Rebel stuff. Even after you go, I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. Few nursing homes are. They treated you poorly? Let's be more vague, I think. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. How do you make it better as a ghost? Okay, great. I'm glad I can say how do you help. You could haunt anywhere, though, is another option, but I definitely want to know how they help. Any way I can. I keep watching vitals. Ring a nurse when needed. Tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait. I'm kind of amused at the idea of a poltergeist that, like, helps you find missing pills and stuff like that. That's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living. Whether they know it or not, we ought to use that power for good. Yeah, I agree. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I help people too. I play tricks on people. I'm still figuring that out. I think as a ghost, I would probably help people. Like, could I help people by playing tricks on other people? Kira, I do not know who Cole from Dragon Age is, so I've missed your reference. Are they a ghost? An old lady ghost? Okay. I'm still figuring that out. I don't know what I do as a ghost. It's strange being dead. There's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die. Cole is a ghost who helps people he heals people and plays with the cats and finds lost items. Oh, that's great. That's a good ghost. And the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell. Hell is over people. That's over my head. Yeah, that's over my head. I'm not sure I understand it either. I'm just grateful there's an afterlife at all. Okay, next ghost. I think, quoting Bible verses during speed dating seems like maybe not the best idea. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Oh, there's 2 rounds, so I guess I talked to these people a second time as well? Yeah, that was a bit intense for speed dating. Fairy librarian. Another ghost appears. Who's this one? Who's this one? Whoa! I'm reminded of like Junji Ito comics or something. Oh, great. Okay. I keep thinking that every single one of these games has the character say ... at least once. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Hi? What is it you require? Fun, companionship, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm very wishy-washy, but I don't know what I require. You have an eternity to decide. That is what it means to die. We are stripped of time. We are given eternity. Who are you, or who are you? What are you is a very mean question to ask. My name? I am unknowable. Okay, so several people in the chat are actually kind of freaked out by this ghost. I guess after Grandma Ghost, this one is very different. The shadow of a shadow. You can call me Gary. I played through Pandemic seasons 1 and 2 with some friends a while back, and we had a character named Gary who we blamed every time we lost on. So I assume this is the ghost of Pandemic Gary. That is who I was, who I used to be. Tell me about Gary. What happened to you? What happened to you? Like, that's kind of rude, but I want to know. The ghost eyes grow wide. Uh-oh. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. Oh God. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Do not be sorry. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now, cobwebs. A draft. I'm so sorry, Gary. Do not be sorry. Gary is gone. This was intense for speed dating. The bell rings. Your time with Gary is over. He lifts up his fragile frame and shambles over to the next table. I would not have described him as fragile. What is he looking for? Kira likes the granny ghost. Okay, so that was round 1. The second round begins. Should he really be speed dating? Like, I think it's fine if he's speed dating, but I think he needs to be better prepared, maybe. Everyone's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? Oh shit, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, oops. My skeleton hand. Oh man. Okay, apparently we're gonna liven things up. Not what I wanted to do. Like a prank? Or maybe we try to scare the other ghosts? Who haunts the haunters or something? They seem hard to spook. We could make something float. Making something float seems pretty innocuous, and I didn't really want to prank anybody, so let's do that one. Make something float? Pfft. That's all you got? Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. Do we want to freak out some flesh bags or not? Like, it depends on who the flesh bags are, really. Like, if they're nice flesh bags, no. But if they're mean flesh bags, sure, we can freak them out. So that's a maybe. You're going to do better than me here. I thought Granny had you convinced to do good in the world. I was going to do good. Or anywhere. I misclicked. Most ghosts are sad as heck. Or boring. Lots of boring ones, too. Do you know a lot of ghosts? What makes a ghost cool? Let's go with number 1. Mostly ones I meet at punk shows. Nice. Are there a lot of ghosts at punk shows? It's great because you never need a ticket. So why are you here? What kind of... Okay, yeah, what kind of punk shows? Tell me what kind of punk shows. Emo. Emo? I was very excited, and now I'm very disappointed. I guess it was emo. And the harder old stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm a cliche. I like emo. I like the harder old stuff. I'm not really into those. What counts as harder old stuff at this point? Is like early 2000s old stuff by punk terms? I'll say I like the harder old stuff. I'm not an emo fan, really. I'm sure you do. Oh, that's an insult. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually, I pal around with other poltergeists. What's wrong with poltergeists? So you actually like that I'm nice? Writer Decomposer, Blink-182, that hardcore stuff. And punk is so alive, says Rebel Staff. Why ignore everything other than emo and the harder, older stuff? I don't know. I guess there's only ever like 2 or 3 options in these things. So, but it still seems very. I would never have guessed emo as the specific subgenre that this character listens to. So you actually like that I'm nice? I think. I mean, why not? It's not like nice is all you are. Nice is a bonus for me, a personality quirk or whatever. Nice is more than a quirk. Either way, you actually seem to care. Like, about what I have to say. You're different from the others. Most of my friends, all they care about is a good time. Not that that's bad. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. At morticians. I need a crossover game between Speed Dating for Ghosts and A Mortician's Tale. Clearly, that is the crossover visual novel I need to play. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. Rebel Steph agrees. Okay, a perfect crossover between A Mortician's Tale and Speed Dating for Ghosts. I just hang out. Go to shows. Terrorize this normie couple I know. Rich types who moved into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says, live, laugh, love. Blah. Yeah, you can scare those people. So you're bored. How do you terrorize the normies? I realized I wrote a story a long time ago about a ghost that haunted a house, and their biggest problem was that they couldn't read books anymore because they couldn't turn the pages in books, which I think if I was a ghost would also be a major problem for me. Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. Mad Dog Running, terrifying to think that you cannot turn the pages in books, huh? That's now your greatest fear of being a ghost. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. It wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes. Other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. Rebel said, you want me to share the story in the podcast? You mean the story about the ghost who can't read books? The bell rings. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. Yeah, okay. Like, they seem nice enough. I'm up for anything. Good. Okay, so you think my story about the ghost who can't read books is perfect book club for masochist content. It was actually in a zine, 2 different zines. It was in an anthology, and then I put it into one I made myself. So theoretically, they're out there in the wild somewhere, and you could find them. It was about a bunch of punks who started squatting in an abandoned building that turned out to be haunted, and they became friends with the ghost. And all the others were like... There was like witches and werewolves and like a robot and stuff. It was, I don't know. I think it was a cute idea. I do not know about my my skills as a writer. Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is that everything you hoped it would be? You're my favorite so far. There are some weirdos here. It's just depressing me. Okay, let's the second one is the politest thing to say here. Weirdos? That's not very nice, now is it? Okay, it's nicer than me saying I'm depressed. Even the living are a little weird. The dead? Well, just look at me. Okay, I have called people weirdos on the podcast. I can't remember the context, but one of my co-hosts had to point out to listeners that I meant weirdos in a complimentary way. Clearly, she didn't talk to Gary. I think that she could have talked to Gary and just like she seems better at conversations. The dead? Well, just look at me. I look like cotton balls. You look more like pollen. I suppose you're right. Oh, pollen's kind of cool. I like. Or they just stared at each other. Maybe they just stared at each other. That's still kind of weird though. See? We're creatures out of some horror show. I've met all sorts since I died. Let me tell you. Granny Bubbles. Some prickly pears. Some goopy gusses. They're all getting by. I, for one, see death as a gift. Sure, there's plenty I can't do anymore. But mostly, dying's made it easier to do the things I love. And my back stopped hurting. You don't have a back. Or you have 8 backs. I don't know which is the case. First time in 20 years. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? No, not really. Definitely not really. You and whoever tends this garden. She chuckles to herself. I think if I had to look after this garden, it would probably look about the same as the one they described. As far as interests go, I'm afraid I'm pretty boring. Beyond growing things and helping people die, there's not much more to me. I suppose I like true crime. Also, a genre not fond of. You can check out that episode of Book Club for Masochists and hear me complain about a book about some kid who stole a bunch of birds from a museum. And making jam. Okay, that's an interest I can get behind, depending on the jam. Is jam something that interests you? Yes, actually yes. I make all kinds. One of my favorites is a fall jam with apples and peaches. I've been making it since I was a little girl. My grandmother taught me. It's important to macerate the fruit. That means coating the fruit in sugar and letting it sit. If you leave it overnight, it'll break down nicely. Give you a head start on cooking. I didn't know jam was so complicated, but ghosts can't eat food. I assume she's making jam for people that are alive. How are Bubbles making jam? I don't. Maybe she possesses people? Which one should I go with? Hands? Yeah, she doesn't have hands. Maybe her eyelashes can double as hands. They look kind of like fingers. Okay. Ghosts can't eat food. True. But that doesn't mean I can't share it with others. I leave jars in people's homes. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine finding homemade mystery jam in your house? Like you come home and there's just a jar of peach jam and you're like, where did this come from? Surprise them with their favorite kinds. I like the idea, Rebel Steph, I like the idea of possessing people. I'm imagining the baking bread craze might have been her doing. Mad Dog Running, you'd eat the ghost jam. And Fairy Librarian, you would appreciate the homemade jam as well, okay? So all of you, apparently we're all on board. All of you are on board with eating ghost jam. Homemade and out of nowhere. Delicious jam, specially made by a ghost. Sometimes they won't even question where it came from. You'd be surprised how often that happens. Guess my jam's just that good. Whoa, I cannot answer that. I'm sorry I asked. That's terrible. That's so sweet of you. Not as sweet as my orange marmalade. She leans in to whisper. I put brandy in that one. The bell rings. Oop, there's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'll be honored if you join me. I'm not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. Let me think about it. I understand. I'll be at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Okay, haha. You've lost your date. I'm not going to go on a date at 7 a.m. even if I am a ghost. Hope to see you there. There are a lot of Granny Bubbles, so she could have possessed a lot of us for the bread making craze. Yeah, she could have possessed 8 people at once to make bread. Hattie floats over to the next table. She takes her time. It seems like she wishes she could just stay and talk to you. Why are you so sorry? The answer is because I'm Canadian, Gary. Come on. What do you mean? When we spoke the first time, you apologized profusely. Why? It's what you're supposed to say. I feel bad for you. It's what you're supposed to say. That's the cultural thing you say when someone says something. It was foolish. Pointless. I have no need for your guilt. I need to know what happened to me. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Oh wow, Gary looks way better when his mouth is closed. Emotions. Work. A shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about work. Tell me about the shadow. Tell me about the emotions. Tell me about the shadow. Yeah. The shadow knows. The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. Maybe we should go to your old office. You're a good ghost, Gary. He wants help finding out who killed him. So just saying you're a good ghost is not what he wants to hear. So maybe we should go to your old office, I think. Let's try that. I haven't been back. As much as there's something drawing me to that place, there's more pushing me away. I'll be by your side. You can do it. I'm really curious about. I'll be by your side. Sentimental, and yet, knowing I will not do this alone, it helps. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why. The bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. A transit map? A strange transit map? That's a date right there for me. A strange transit map? Routes you've never seen before. A certain stop is circled. Oh, you're not going to show me the strange transit map? I'm kind of annoyed. Choose your date. Okay, do we want to go with Gary, Hattie, or Dre? I'm thinking Gary, to be honest. I want to help Gary. I'm doing... The conversation with Hattie was that we should be nice to people. She's nice to humans, but I want to be nice to Gary, the dead person. I feel... Solve the mystery. Okay. At least one of you wants me to solve the mystery. Let's go solve the mystery, or try to solve the mystery. Let's choose Gary. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. Oh, I was hoping for like Ghost Subway. Rebel Steph, you think that I basically told Gary that I'd help him, so not going would be quite rude. That's very true. And very, very. The strange transit map clearly drew you in. I'm all about the strange transit map. I would love, like, if someone just gave me like a mysterious transit map, like as a zine of just weird transit maps, ghost transit maps. I would love that. Okay. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. He has a bow tie? He's wearing a bow tie. Did he get dressed up for this date? I wore a bow tie. Okay, at least someone in the chat thinks that bow ties are cool. I'm not convinced, but I'll say that he looks nice. He clearly made some effort. At least two of you like the bow tie. Okay, so we'll go with you look nice. I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end. Even for the second time. Effort matters, you're right. Also, I thought you would like it. I don't love it. How is it attached? I don't know. Are you nervous? Do I say I love it? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? You like the two different sized eyes? It's interesting that his pupils are basically the same size, but the eyes are very different shapes. Okay. Are you nervous? Nervous is the wrong word. What I feel is more like dread. I'm nervous. Where are we going? Let's just go with where are we going? We are still going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. Where the trains grind and the walls shake. Okay, you were like an illegal underground accountant? The dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Definitely. Yes. Spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. The dead of night bus. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit, trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There's no fare. You've all paid the price. Oh, what? Who services the ghost bus? The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers in Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems he'd like to keep things orderly. How long ago did he die? Like, it seems like it's been a while, but no one's come back here? My partner's desk. Always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. That's the desk that belongs to the living person? Something doesn't seem right here. Service. Beg your pardon? Service was my partner. Service Gelk. Not nice to make fun of people's names. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable. So we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend? You'd make a good partner? I'm going to be nice. You'd make a good partner. I tried my best. I wish I could say the same for Service. He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh gosh. I still feel the blade. The knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon. Frozen in place right there in our office. Oh, you got shot by... Yep, they shot me where I stood. Cops suck. I died here, same as Service. You're a monster. You didn't mean to. At least you know. Like, I think he did mean to kill him. So I'm thinking at least you know. I am haunted by an act of vengeance. Not the need for it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good. You're a good ghost, Gary. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. You are right. Sorry reserved for those who are not. I must carry this burden. Atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there. Okay, I really love the idea that Gary has now become, like, instead of leaving jam, he's just going to go and, like, do people's taxes for them. without them knowing. That's how he'll atone. Somewhere. Perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it is only right that I give it to him. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait, 2 smiling men. Service and Gary, the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead. But the picture stays fixed to the wall. That was... I don't know if that was the most unsuccessful date I've ever been on, but it definitely seems up there. Fairy Librarian, you want the accountant ghost to come and do your taxes for you. I definitely think that would be a great ghost. Okay, so, that was fun. I could go through again, but I think what I'm going to do is play a different game instead. So let me just get this set up here. This one doesn't have music, so it's going to go black for a second. I guess I'll switch back to... Oh, no. Quit. Perfect. Thanks for that beep, Microsoft. Okay, so this is Conversations with Emma. This is one about, I think also about ghosts. I think the ghost of Emma Goldman is in this one, and we talk about Amazon subscription boxes. So also tagged as interactive fiction and not visual novel, but let's go with it. Toronto, 2019. That is near where I am when I was there. 322 Spadina. That's a street in Toronto. Emma Goldman. Suddenly. Part 1. Introductions are made. Fairy Librarian, enjoy dinner. Have fun eating it. Are you who I think you are? Oh, whoa. I know who you are. You look younger than I expected. A ghost? Let's go with a ghost. We'll keep on that train. I am not a ghost. All I am is merely a fragment of your overactive imagination. Sigh. Do I really need to spell it to you? I am Emma Goldman, a fighter for social justice and freedom. I am not sure what I feel about an Emma Goldman ghost. Wow, you are my hero. Wow, you are my hero. Let's go with that one. It is usually customary to tell a person your name. My name is Matthew. Okay. So Matthew, where am I? Part 2, hipster matzo ball soup. You're in Toronto, just under the house you lived in once. It looks so different. Cities are not static, rather they are ever-evolving fluid entities. Toronto is a very different city now than when it was when you lived here. Well, at least it's not a condo building. Let's go with the fancier version. I wish the plaque would have not been the only memory left of me, but this might be a very arrogant thought. The interesting thing is that the Vietnamese sandwich shop behind you has been there for a really long and sort of a nostalgic place for a lot of East Asians in Toronto. So, memory has layers. The past is not completely forgotten, but it is the past and should stay there. Clinging to it will not create a better future. Let's go with this one. Dear Matthew, this is all very philosophical, but it tells me nothing. Try again. Why are we having this useless conversation that is getting us nowhere? None of it really matters, after all. I'm only a ghost, and this place was never home. It was just my exile. Now that this is settled, Matthew, time to move to a more important question. Why are you here? Oh, I'm just on my way to a new Jewish deli. They are cruelty-free, zero waste, and pay an homage to Kensington Market Jewish roots. Those are a lot of words, and I'm not sure what those all mean. Oh, I forgot they're also vegan, which is kind of funny considering Jewish food, at least what they call Jewish food here, is very heavy on the meat. My grandma would find it hilarious. It just means that they try to conserve what is left of the environment so that they try to have as little trash as possible. They also don't serve any food that comes from animals, so it is plant-based diet. This one. Interesting. I do have a question for you, Matthew. Considering you're going to an opening of a Jewish deli, is the market still a Jewish neighborhood? Not really. Most of them left to other neighborhoods, but the market is still considered an immigrant neighborhood. In fact, I believe the deli used to be owned by Mexican immigrants, I think. It was a grocery store. Emma looks at me judgmentally. You cringe a little, realizing the implication of what you just said. You can't really put the blame on the raising rent prices on the shoulders of a few young folks just trying to keep some of the more radical spirits of the neighborhood and make a living. Well, that is gentrification for you. Let's go with this one. I see. Never mind. Let's change the subject. Part 3, the problem of late capitalism. Yep. All right. What would you like to talk about next? So, I'm a huge fan. I'm actually reading one of your books right now. It's like a collection of your writing. And let me tell you, it was really hard to find a printed copy of it. I looked for it in every independent bookstore in the city, and the only anarchist writer I could find was Chomsky. Someone even tried to selling me the Zizek was an anarchist writer. Can you believe that? I ended up buying it on Amazon, which, is... I very much doubt that you cannot find any Emma Goldman books in Toronto. That seems kind of preposterous to me, to be totally honest. I ended up buying it on Amazon. I think that's the one to go with. Amazon? What the hell means? What is Zizek? I'm not familiar with Chomsky. Let's go with Amazon. Let's just shit talk Amazon. So Amazon is a service which basically allows you to order everything you want and get it delivered to your home. I pretty much buy everything from there. Maybe not groceries. And I get it delivered to the next day. I pay extra for that. I'm trying to get it right. Does this mean that everything you require comes from the same source? Do you no longer have to purchase goods in the way we did in my time? If only. Oh no, stores still exist. It's just more convenient to buy through Amazon. I don't need to leave the house and I can just buy exactly what I need. Oh, let's see if I get it correctly. This Amazon is a centralized power that controls distribution of goods in the 21st century. Guess that's one way to look at it. Yes, that sounds correct. Yeah, that sounds correct. Who runs it? Does everyone have a control and equity in the organization? Is it a good alternative to other economic systems in place? No, it's really not. It's a terrible alternative. It's really funny to be playing this on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. Unfortunately, it's very much a pure capitalist organization and doesn't have the best history with labor rights. Lol, no, it's like the most unequal organization out there. It's pretty much a one-man show. Let's go with this one. You're telling me that they do not treat their workers right? Oh, some of them are treated well. I know some folks who work as designers there, and they seem happy. The problem is the people who work in the warehouses and the way they are treated. So you're saying that this organization is everything I fought against, and you still choose to use their services regularly? It's not like we have a lot of choice. Some things are available in other places, but Amazon is so ubiquitously part of our society that even when you try to avoid it, and I did, it gets more and more impossible to do so. Are you sure you tried? Part 4. Why should you subscribe to Ipsy? Emma looks at you, noticing the uncomfortable look on your face. Well, maybe it is time to change the subject, but first I would like some clarifications. So this Amazon, a large capitalist organization with bad labor practice, is the main way you consume, or are there other more ethical ways you purchase goods? I don't get everything from Amazon, but I pretty much get everything delivered to my house. I actually have a big subscription boxes problem. Subscription boxes? What do you mean? Oh, I get specially curated boxes once a month. Each of them are a specific product or topic. I get so many types of subscription boxes. Do you want to hear about them? I have never subscribed to any subscription box. Most of them just don't interest me, really. Sure. No. Let's go with sure. Okay. Really? Great. So I have one that delivers meals once a week, a monthly one that sends me some art supplies, a monthly makeup one, but I'm thinking of canceling that one, and a seasonal one that just sends me a lot of products. Oh, I also have a monthly one that sends me clothes to try, and Netflix, which is sort of a subscription box, I guess. I just realized if there was like a Halloween subscription box that just sent me Halloween stuff every month, that is the one I would maybe consider getting. Let's go with the seasonal one. That seems like a lot of things that are sent to you. Are they necessary? Oh, they are not necessary at all. Oh God, no. I just like getting new things, and I especially like it when they're surprised, and some of the things I get can be quite useful. Oh God, no. I mean, the food one I get weekly is lifesaver, and I don't need to go and get groceries. I eat better and I make less trash, which is great. Rebel Seth has a subscription to Feminist Sticker Club, but that's not a box. I do love the stickers they send. That's great. I haven't heard of Feminist Sticker Club. I guess I have a subscription to like newsletters my friends send out. Those are like kind of subscription boxes, sort of. Not really. I really have every intention to never leave the house and just get everything delivered with subscription boxes and Amazon, and I'm very close to my goal of being an urban hermit. I'm not sure how to respond to such foolishness. Well, Matthew, you seem well entrenched in the capitalist machine and proud of it. This is extremely disappointing. I should have named this character something else. This is not the future I hoped for. Everything we fought for, our deals are all gone. We lost. I wouldn't say that you lost. There's been some wins. Some of the things you fought for have been improved, and even when we are still not there, it is so much better than it was before. But yes, capitalism ended up winning, not necessarily by being the preferred economic system, but by being so ubiquitous that we can never really avoid it. We can fight it. There's certainly been tries, but it is getting more and more impossible. It's just as more comfortable to live this way and fight for our system while navigating this system. And I don't think it's really possible to break that system now, unless... The answer is horribly disappointing, Matthew. This conversation was completely useless, and I don't think this is getting us anywhere. You'd rather live with your ignorance instead of fighting. I wish you luck with your vegan food, Amazon, and your necessary subscription boxes. I'm leaving now. I have nothing else to say to you. I'm sorry. Well, I screwed up that conversation with Emma Goldman. This was the worst speed dating conversation yet. I didn't know there was a plaque to Emma Goldman in Toronto. I feel like I might have walked right past it. Like, I don't know exactly where this Vietnamese sandwich shop is, but I'm going to have to look it up where this is. Yes, that did go very poorly, Steph. Shouldn't have talked about subscription boxes. Should not have talked about subscription boxes. That was my mistake, I think. But I thought it would be kind of entertaining to do that. Can I try again? Should I try again? Didn't take very long. Oh, the end. That's cute, though. Let's try one more time. Toronto, okay. Yep. Suddenly, the ghost appears. We'll make some different decisions. Introductions are made. Who are you? Are you who I think you are? I would think it is very obvious who I am. Sigh, do I really need to spell it to you? I am Emma Goldman. I'm not sure what I feel about an Emma Goldman ghost. Whoa, you are my hero. Bye, Mad Dog Running. Thanks for coming. You are my hero. What do I call you? Not... Do I call myself Matthew again? Matthew. Okay. More T's. So Matthew, where am I? You're just under the house you lived in once. I didn't do that. It all looks so different. Well, at least it's not a condo building? I wish that a plaque would have not been the only memory left of me. I'm just doing all the other options. Well... Uh-oh. Looks like I broke it. Oh, okay. This is getting us nowhere. Oh, it's just my... None of it really matters after all. I'm only a ghost and this place was never my home. It was just my exile. Now this is settled, Matthew. Time to move to a more important question. Why are you here? Zero waste. You don't love the way the art is kind of like a puzzle and the text appears all over the place. It's a bit confusing initially. Otherwise, it's neat and has interesting ideas. And I really love the idea of someone with a love for Amazon trying this and being told that Amazon is terrible. I don't know how many people that love Amazon are going to try this game. But we'll see. I do have a question for you, Matthew. Considering you're going to an opening of Jewish Deli, is the market still a Jewish neighborhood? Most of them left. I think it was a grocery store. Looks at me judgmentally. Well, that is gentrification for you. I see. Never mind, let's change the subject. Okay. Let's not talk about subscription boxes this time. What would you like to talk about next? Your books. Okay. Hard to find a printed copy of it. Zizek, buying it on Amazon. It was hard to find a printed copy. Amazon? I'm not sure I'm familiar with Chomsky. What the hell this means? Oh, it just means that it's an awkward place to buy a book from. I'd rather not buy your book from there. That doesn't explain why you keep talking to me in drawings. Start talking like a regular person. I'm too dead to deal with this kind of nonsense. Good thing we didn't try to talk with emoji or things to the cotton balls granny in the pollen granny in the dating ghost game. Okay, I'm sorry. I will try to speak more cleanly next time. Now, should we go back to talking about buying your book in Amazon? Okay. Yeah. Maybe not groceries. Comes to the same source. More convenient to buy through Amazon. Centralized power. I guess that is one way to look at it. Who runs it? Does everyone have is it a good alternative to other economic systems? It's the most unequal organization out there. You're telling me that you do not treat the workers right. Oh, they treat them terribly. I'm not sure how you can be a fan of mine and like books, but still prefer to enslave yourself to a powerful organization that seems to represent everything I fought for. This game is making me feel guilty for streaming this game. Okay, it is ubiquitously part of our society. Are you sure you tried? Why should you subscribe to Ipsy? Time to change the subject. Amazon is a large capitalist organization with bad labor practice. Delivered to my house. Subscription boxes. What do you mean? I get so many types. Do you want to hear about them? No. But I would really like to tell you. Like, I have one that delivers meals, a monthly makeup box, and a seasonal one. I chose seasonal last time. Let's try clothes? That seems like a lot of things. Are they necessary? I like it when they send me surprises. Okay, groceries, subscription boxes. I don't know if there's a way to win this game. I guess, yep, all is lost. I think it is time for go. I don't think there's anything I can do to help, and being here just makes me sad. Oh, well, this seems slightly better than last time. Goodbye. I hope to never see you again. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have stuck with this one time. Okay, that's enough for tonight. Let me just get this up. Hey, so this was the stream for Book Club for Masochists, a Reader's Advisor podcast. You can find us at bookclubform.com. 4 is in the numeral. We're on Twitter, Instagram, all those places as well. You can find us on YouTube. There's these videos there. We're also on Twitch. Our episode about visual novels, where I'll probably discuss at least one of these games, will be out at the beginning of September. Steph, thanks for the happy birthday message. I am also sorry that I got told off by Emma Goldman on my birthday. Did not expect to have that happen to me tonight. But thanks for checking this out, and have a great rest of your day. Bye. Bye.